on in. Happy Monday. The world is not burning. The world is burnt. It's burnt. It's crispy. Crispy. The world is burnt. That's what I'll talk about today. The world is burnt. People, humans, proceed to your nearest stargate and get the hell out of here. Please proceed to your nearest stargate. This is not going to work. Feudalism has destroyed the planet. And the great thing is we got the French to show us. We were asleep. We were just sleeping. We thought it was going to be a good thing. This new world order. And then folks get all excited about the new world order. It's like, no, we don't need order. Like, they call it a police state. They don't even tell you that. They don't even tell you it's a police state. Order. Do you like to be ordered? Do we need to order the humans? Do the humans need to be placed in ordering, numbered, gated, farmed? Feudalism broke the world and it's burning. No, it's not burning. I'm sorry. It's burnt. It's crispy. Crispy's like some nuggets. I used to work at a chicken restaurant. I know. Sounds stereotypical. I used to work at a chicken restaurant. And I used to burn the nuggets all the time. I got to burn some nuggets. I used to burn the nuggets because I wanted to batch for myself, but that's capitalism. That's a long story. We're not gonna go there. The world is burnt. It's burnt, and the Yellow Jackets are showing us that. The Yellow Jackets are making it quite clear. It's not burning. The world is burnt. Reminds me of one of my favorite movies, Rain of Fire. I might want to look at that. I might want to do a Rain of Fire analogy if that'll fit, because there was a quote in the movie. Was it Matthew McConaughey and was it Woody Harrelson? Was he the one in that? I forgot. Where he said, "Quinn, the world is not burning. The world is burnt." And that was a really horrible accent. But the world is burnt. It's burnt. I think we have to stop pretending with ourselves that feudalism works. Because think about the word. Feudal. Feudal, family feud, fight, dummies, poor people fighting each other. But in France, across the lines, they pulled together because they realized the game. They've seen the strings. Oh, you know what led me down this issue too was, led me down this route. Who sent me that? Christine, somebody sent me the JFK Jr. documentary. Did y'all watch that? Oh my goodness, OMG. I was flipping out this weekend. I was watching that. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. They killed that dude. That feudalism, I'm telling you, it's all feuding. It's just families feuding. That's all it is. Families feuding. We the dummies pick a crest and we go to fight for the dumb family to control the other families, to kill each other. But while all the families with the flags that we fighting for the feudalism, they all on the same team. They're all systems. They all believe in the family feuding system of them controlling everybody, but we're fighting each other. All right, let me get set up here. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's taking me a minute here, getting discombobulated, but that's what I see. And that's what I'm thinking about this morning. I'm thinking about this family feud, this feuding all over this planet, this feudalism that's burnt the entire earth. Poor people ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing. Still fighting each other. France figured it out. And who jumped in to fight now? The Netherlands jumped in with Belgium and France standing up there, strapped up their Yellow Jackets. We done had enough. We gonna find a Stargate, get the hell out of here. Y'all know Stargates are real. I don't talk about Stargates, but Stargate. Because think about it, philosophically, space has some vast distances. You got to find a way to get your dumb humans off the planet. They do something stupid like create money. They create feudalism. And then they change the name and call it governments. And people don't realize that the feudal model never stopped. You're still feuding. You're still stupid enough. You're feuding over systems. That's why I always tell people, listen, if you're a people, stand with the people. That's it. If you're a people, always stand with the people, never stand with the system. If the systems stand with the systems and the people stand with the people, we don't have no problems. We're all good. But, you know, people want to think that they're Democrats. They want to think they're Republicans. They want to think that there's a right, and they want to think that these systems didn't design all of this to keep you feuding. That's why they call it feudalism, dummy. Because you're dumb and they keep you feuding, and they created the black, the white, all of that feuding. It's the family feud. That's why I'm always looking for a stargate. That's why I tell people all the time, I'm not in this. I'm not in this fight. Hell no. I ain't feuding with nobody. I have no teams. I have no sides. I pick no sides on any issues because you're stupid. No, you're not stupid. You're not stupid. You're just indoctrinated. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh, so let me show you another stargate. Another stargate. Because I think philosophically it fits. When you got a whole bunch of people on a planet, limited resources, you absolutely and positively have to find a way to get the people off of there. There's a good show on TV, it might be coming back. It's called Stargate. Love that show. Great show. Fantastic show. There's another Stargate right there. This is our ancients were crazy. They drew all these pictures. Why would they focus on getting off the damn planet? Maybe because they had a lot of people who wanted to feud too. Into the feud. So there's another Stargate right there. Somebody mentioned it. Oh, the JFK. Yeah, I didn't mention that. The JFK documentary, Mary. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You got to watch that. They murdered that man. They murdered that. Oh, they murdered that man. They killed this. A family feud. Then picked up the crest. These families been fighting a long time. Y'all, Mary, I'm telling you, it's crazy. You got to watch it. When you look at the evidence, oh, they killed that brother. They killed that JFK Jr. They came for him. He'd had that picture. It was so sad too, because they killed his father and they had him standing there at the funeral. He wanted to avenge his daddy. Between the Clintons and the Bushes and the Kennedys, and it's always this feudalism. Although I think the Kennedys might have been maybe on the side of the people a little more than the rest of these bastards. But it was amazing. I'm just gonna say, if you want to get in a plane crash, your name better not be Kennedy. That's all I'm saying. They ain't coming for you for 15 hours. They made a great case. I don't want to spoil it. I posted it. You can watch it. To me, it was convincing. It was convincing. If you're in a plane crash and your name is Joe Blow Snow, they'll send planes out to look for you, a search party within 5 minutes. You're on final approach. If you're on final approach, you don't final approach it. Let me say this. This is why we all gonna die. We all in so much trouble. My brother was on final approach. Final approach. Within 5 minutes at the airport and lining up to the run, getting ready. I'm going to land, damn it. I'm just 20 miles out. Can't be too far. And the plane goes down. And nobody looks for him. First of all, for 15 hours. And second of all, they didn't know where to look. The Air Force like, I don't know where he at. He was on final approach. Where'd he take off from? Let's send some jets and airplanes down to where he took off from. Let's go find JFK Jr. Maybe he's somewhere between where he took off from and where he landed, although he was on final approach. If you believe that, something wrong. Air Force, oh my goodness, they killed that man. But it's feudalism. We're always feuding. They didn't look, because for that 15 hours, they were doing something else. You watch the documentary, I'll post the link. You'll see what they were doing for 15 minutes. But we are always played. We're on this feudal world. The world is not burning, it's burnt. Poor people aren't doing bad. They ain't doing at all. And guess what? When the poor people get upset, they don't like your order. They have when your order doesn't work for them, they're going to burn the mother down. That's why I'm looking for a Stargate. Let's try to find another Stargate. The world is not burning. Quinn, the world is burnt. We have choices. I like the New World Order. I like that phrase. Because they don't hide it from you. They tell you exactly. It's just feudalism. And all they want is order and control over you. That's all they want. They want order and control over you. And you got to figure out whether or not that's what you want. Do you feel human beings need to be placed into order? Placed into line? I don't think they do. I was looking all over. Interesting things. So a couple good things in the news I kind of liked. Oh, that's another Stargate. Can we go to the Sumerian Stargate? I'll go to Sumerian Stargate. I'll get the hell out of here. I'm just saying, aliens, if y'all watching me, somebody come pick me up. Y'all have left me on this planet. They got a feudalism dragon running around on the planet, burning everything up. Got this money that needs to go away. It is crispy, Gloria. Yes, it is. It is crispy. The world is burnt. And we act like we can't see it. It's like, okay, people running towards the border. It's the other thing I was thinking about this morning. People running towards the border. How many gated communities in America? And I was kind of laughing at it. I was like, you know what? What is a border anyway? It's a gate. So all the people at the gate, they shut the border down for a few hours because poor people were trying to get in to get some food. And Jesus told y'all to let them in, let them have some food. Y'all said, hell no, we Christian nation, we ain't doing what Jesus told us to do. 70% of y'all, say y'all Christian. America is a gated community, full of gated communities. They don't seem to understand how the gates work. See, you behind this gate, they behind that gate, and all the gates support the powerful elite that put all the gates up. So you back up your border gate and you complain about the gates in your country. You complain about the elites in your country and the gated communities and rich bastards driving around in Benzes, living in mansions. You can't even see them because it's so far off the road and the gate's so high you can't even see over the wall, but you're putting up your own walls. And you don't understand how feudalism works. You don't understand that you're being pitted against them. You're just on the other side of the gate. That we all fit in this onion of multiple layers of feuding, gated people. Oh, feuded, gating people. But the world is not burning. The world is burnt. Let me show you this. This is my, I love this movie. It was called Reign of Fire. Feudalism, as it disguises itself as a dragon all over the world, rolling out economic systems and central banking to control everybody. Colonization that's never stopped, just changes form. Changes form. You know what blew me away? Somebody tagged me or something. I think it was a young Native American brother speaking, and he was saying some powerful stuff. You know who was sitting next to him? He was talking about colonization, and he was talking about freeing his people, and he was talking good stuff. I don't know if he was Cherokee. I don't know if he was related to me, but he is related to me outside of the Cherokee, if not that, because we're all family, everybody, every last person on this planet. You know who was sitting next to him as he was talking about anti-colonization? This young brother and everybody clapping for him. He was saying positive stuff. Y'all don't get mad, but I'm going to say it. Bernie Sanders. And they're like, Bernie! And I was just like, oh, I can't let this one ride. I gotta say something. I can't let this one ride. I was nice though. I said, y'all know Bernie Sanders is a colonizer, right? Like you do know that. Like you do know he takes big military money, right? You do know that he is in support of shooting and killing and stealing land from murderous indigenous and populations all over this planet through colonization, along with the rest of them. I'm just saying we get played by this feudal thing because you want to feud and you pick your dragon. You pick your little G god. You pick your colonizer and you think it's a good idea. You're fighting against the colonizing concept. You're fighting against order, new world order, but you're picking your police, your dragon to put other people in order. And you realize that that's not going to work, right? You do realize, I hope you realize. People don't like to be ordered. People don't like that. So I know. So I said, yo, I know y'all want them to be. They just, oh, Bernie. Most of my friends are probably Bernie and probably Trump people, but I'm just like, you know, that they're all rolling out the order, right? You do know that. You do know it's just dragons. It's still the Game of Thrones, the feudal dragons rolling this stuff out. But we in trouble. We in trouble. Yes, brother Jimmy, we are all relative. That's why I always talk about it, Jimmy. Jimmy, what did you do? You had me laugh. I'm sorry. Jimmy, you done messed me up. I got to show something. Shout out to brother Jimmy did. Oh my God, he had me crying. But we're all family. That's what I always talk about while I pull this up. I had to change my cover photo because of Jimmy. We all, I'm looking at it. I can't stop laughing. We all family. That's what I always talk about. Every day, we are family, people. We are family. You know, we're just in a family feud. Because you're stupid. Because you're stupid. You don't know what your cousins look like. Your cousins don't have your skin color. Your cousins don't have your eye color. Your cousins don't have any of that. It's just your cousins. And you're joining up with systems, elites, dragons, little G gods against your cousins. We don't live that way. Because, you know, we're not going to let that stand. Poor people won't let that. Let me show you, brother Jimmy. Let me see if I can show this to you. Jimmy is hilarious. Oh, my gosh. You posted this. Let me show this. And this is the other reason why I go to religion a lot. I go to religion because They use it against us. They've always used it against us. And y'all attacking religion, you got to stop. Stop it and start reading the Bible. Start reading the scriptures in the Quran. Start reading things that matter. Y'all see this right here? Oh, the Jimmy tagged me in this, and I'm like dying. It's a picture, and I guess it's like a priest or something. I don't know if it's Jesus, some sort of Christianity thing. I'm not sure. But instead of the poor coming to the door, instead of the poor getting some food, some love, it's like Yemen. They just want some food. They want you to stop, get your troops off the border, stop with because they blame it on MBS, and it's not MBS. It's America, it's France, it's Britain, it's all the Christian nations. It's all the crusading nations. It's all the colonizing nations where most of their population say that they're Christian. And so the poor come to the door, and the poor try to migrate to your country, and the poor need little food, need little house. You got 3D printers, you can print houses, you can grow food, you got vertical gardening, you can do anything you want from an abundant world that the Lord gave you. And the poor come to your door from Honduras, and instead of doing it, oh, Jimmy had me crying on this one. Instead of doing any damn thing, give them a plate of chicken, give them some biscuits or some apple pie, rice or something, some haggis or something. Boop. It's like, oh, you're hungry. That's so cute, world. Oh, that's just so cute. Boop. Jesus so mad with y'all. Listen, this is what I'm saying. When Jesus come back, I ain't standing nowhere near y'all. I ain't standing nowhere near. Jesus hot. It's hot in here. Y'all hot. Jesus hot because the world is burning. The world done burnt up. Because when people come for help, they just want some sugar, want some eggs, leave my country alone, stop colonizing me, get your military out of here, end the war on drugs, help me out. Y'all like, boop. All right, I'm sorry, I'm done. I didn't want to do that. I'm sorry. I saw Jimmy triggered in my head. But these things are important. To me, religion is so important. It's so important because if you can find the hypocrisy and the contradictions, oh, you can make headway. That's how you make headway. You gotta make headway. We gotta make headway. We gotta link the world up and show people that we're all family. We're all family. In a default condition, we're not dragons. We don't need to get behind the dragons. You don't need to join the feud. You don't need to join a team. You are strong within yourself. You don't need friends to group up with to fight somebody else. You need to fight the dragons. If you're a people, you should always be with the people. That's why I'm with France. I am totally with France, the French people with the yellow jackets. I'm with, yeah, I know they're not jackets, I vests. Yeah, the same thing to me, my country. I don't know fashion anyway. Somebody's like, you know they're not jackets, right? I'm like, listen, shut up. You put it on as a jacket. That's how I work. I don't know nothing about no fashion. You put the yellow thing on, I'm with you. You're people. If people stand up, always be with the people. Don't be with the system, ever. Whatever they call it, left, right, liberal, conservative, nationalist, all of these crazy system names for dragons and feudalism to get dumb people to feud with other poor people. Whatever the name of the system, throw it out. Now, if systems are fighting systems, that's something else. I don't know. Dragons are fighting dragons, that's something else. But when people stand up, I'm always with the people. I will always be with my cousins. I don't care nothing about, like, I think your systems are okay. You can try the feudalism, try to solve some problems, do something. But anytime you come against my people, oh, hell no. Hell no, I ain't with you. Your system's got to go to hell, all of it. 2 times, quick. Never join up with no damn system against my cousins. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're making moonshine, got 8 gun racks in the back of a pickup truck driving through. I don't care. That's my cousin. We may not be able to relate. We may not have met. I don't care. Might have a mullet. You know, might have some Timberlands and, you know, pants sagging around his ankles. Might have a white jacket. Might have a white t-shirt. You know, might not talk the way I do. But that's my cousin. Y'all not supposed to be messing with them. That's a people. I'm always with the people. I'm never with the system. Ever with the system. You're supposed to fight the power, not rage for the power. You're supposed to rage against the machine. This is why I'm saying I like a little AC/DC in my Public Enemy. You don't know what that means. I like a little Metallica in my Fugees. That's what I was into this weekend. I was flipping out this weekend. It's Saturday. Y'all on the thread. I had a whole bunch to say. Whoo! I was dry. That's what I'm saying. I'm open to everything. I'm open to everything, y'all, because we all just people. We're all just family. So the world is burning. Let me stay on theme. I get excited. Brother Jimmy, that was hilarious. Appreciate that. That's why I think memes are going to change the world. I think memes are important, and that's why they're banning them. But that's another reason why they're not showing us the reality about France. And I honestly don't even know the reality. I'm not in France. How would I know? All I know is my family standing up because they're pissed off. So I'm on their side. I am not on the system side. I'm not on the government side. People say they're violent. They say they're doing this and this, that, they're throwing rocks and bombs. And everything. Listen, let me tell you something. If my family in France is so pissed off at you, they got to throw a Molotov cocktail, then I'm all for them throwing too. I'm a peaceful guy. I am. But when you're starving a world, when you're murdering people and you're colonizing, I'm not interested in your system. That system has to shut down. I'm all for that. Shut the whole thing down. All right, whew. Had to get that out the way. What y'all talking about? I don't know if we're gonna get into the news or we're just gonna talk. There was some interesting things we could talk about. Let me see. What y'all talking about? The blue wave? What the hell? Not blue wave and yellow plus yellow rising. Yeah, I'm not on no blue wave. I'm not waving blue. I ain't waving. Nope. Sorry. I'm not waving red neither. Nope. Sorry, y'all won't. No, I'm not waving with y'all. I'll wave at you. I'll wave. Hey, blue. What y'all doing? What y'all do? Y'all, because I laugh. I don't laugh at it. I do laugh at it. I do. I'm sorry. But I look at what they say and then I look at what they do. And I look at what they say and they say, oh, we stand for children. We stand for women's rights. We stand for colored, multi-generational colored people. And then I'm just like, okay, all right. You stand for children and women. Can I ask you a question, class? Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? You waving blue, can I ask a question? You like women? You kind of like them, sort of, kind of. Kind of like children, kind of, sort of. So when you funneling weapons all over the world, y'all the #1 gun runners in the world. Are y'all funneling those weapons and giving them to children so children can defend their houses? Are y'all funneling the guns and the weapons to men? Are you funneling them to women? Are you funneling them to men who actually stand up for women? Are you funneling to the psychopaths in that nation that rape entire towns? I'm just saying, that's just why I wave at the blue. I wave, hi, y'all doing? Y'all gonna go rape whole towns of women, give them guns? Okay, all right. I don't think that's gonna work out too well for the world, but okay. And then they want to rave, they red, because the red started waving at the blue started waving. I was like, I wave at the red too, like, yeah, y'all crazy too. I love y'all. And meanwhile, I'm just looking for a stargate. Where my stargate at? I need to get the hell out of here. Because here's the crazy part. They're both for this globalization, new world order thing. Both of them are owned by big corporations, and they're all for this new, and I don't think human beings like order. That's my theory. Because I might be wrong. I don't know. But I don't think human beings like to be ordered by you. I don't think they like orders. I don't think they like to be told what to do. I don't think they like their town raped by you and your guns while you in America pretending like you like women and children. I don't think people like order. I don't think people in America like order. I think creatures want to be creatures. I think they want freedom. We need a new world freedom, if anything. If anything, we don't need a new world order. We need a new world liberty. We need a new model for the world. We need open source. We need gift-based economies. We need to get rid of money. I'm sorry, I'm still on it. Get rid of money. Money is going to murder all of us. That's what I said this weekend. I was thinking about it. I said, you know, if money continues to exist, we all going to die badly. All of us. Every life. Extinction, money equals extinction. And I'd love for somebody to tell me where I'm wrong, because I don't mind being wrong at all. But how in the world do we get to make it if you have an infinite ability to put greed in a bank account? How? If our whole time here, our greed was limited to our stomachs, and then pouches, and then maybe a still by the barn. You can only put so much rice in the barn. You can only store so much. You can only keep, there was always limits. You know, your military was only so big, only so many men in your town with pitchforks and bow and arrows or guns to defend what you had. You had to pack the TP up. You had to move. You were only capable of so much greed. Right? And now we got these money things in these bank accounts. Infinite ability. Infinite. Do you see what I'm saying? infinite. You can put an entire damn world in a bank account, right? Because resources. We've never had that ability. Our brains aren't capable of dealing with money and bank accounts. Digitally, you can take the value of all the resources and shove it in a bank account. And this is why the world is burnt. Because you have billionaires and trillionaires that are just a little better at what the millionaires and the thousandaires are doing, and they're shoving the whole earth in their bank account. Not because they're bad guys, not because they're evil, but because that's what we evolved to do. We're evolved to consume. We're evolved to collect energy and asteroid dust and collect as much of it out of fear as possible. And ain't nobody more scared on this planet than the billionaires. Ain't nobody more scared. Ain't nobody, the only ones that even close to scared as they are the millionaires. And the only ones close to scared are the 100,000aires. And so their goal to protect their wealth is to continue tapping into those psychopathic genes, you know, the evolved ones, the 27 genes that regulate all of this, to turn off your compassion and your empathy, because you got to shove a earth, you got to shove as much of the planet as you can in a bank account. That's why it's always about backing out of it. If money exists, we will go extinct. No other options. If money exists, we all gonna die real bad. I'm gonna show you this. The earth is burning. So Reign of Fire was a good movie. It was a good movie. If you didn't watch it, you should watch it. It was all about dragons. Dragons took over the earth, kind of like feudalism. Took over the earth and burnt the whole earth. Why? Because dragons, they got to fill their stomachs. Like you got to fill your bank account. Like you need a retirement. Let me see if I can show you this. I want to show you the, I think movies. I think Hollywood helps us. Hollywood always gives us some hints. Look at this, Reign of Fire. Good movie, Touchstone Pictures. Y'all should watch it. Spoiler alert, I gotta tell you about it. Started in London. Little boy, one day, found some dragons, let them out. I don't know. Let's call him Rothschild. Let's call him Rockefeller. Give him a name. He even found some dragons. The feudalism got out.
Has been awakened.
Awaken the greed.
That has lain dormant for millions of years. A species older than the dinosaurs and more terrifying than anything we could have imagined.
More terrifying than anything we could have ever imagined, because it taps into our fears and our evolved psychopathy to collect energy and collect as many resources as we can.
How did they go from 1 to 1 million in less than a year?
How did they go from 1 to 1 million in less than a year? Because people greedy and they like money, Because we back them up, because we got our own walls and we got our own gated community. We put up gates and we gate everybody out. We ignore their pain and their oppression because we're oppressing them, and people in our gated communities are oppressing us. How did it spread so damn fast? Colonization. We pretend it doesn't exist. It stopped. Colonization's back in history. No, it ain't. Colonization ain't never stopped. It's a system and it's still rolling out because it's functional, which is how they're rolling out feudal governments all over the world. And they call it a government and they say it's ruled by the people just to keep you stupid. That's how I rolled out so fast. I'm explaining to her.
Highly evolved.
They have great vision in the day. They have even better vision at night.
Great vision in the day. Dragons have even better vision at night. Y'all ever see these hippies talking about freedom and light and all that love and light and energy? Darkness run from the light. But at nighttime, they got amazing vision.
Extremely intelligent.
He's playing hide and seek.
More like cat and mouse.
Unbelievably powerful.
2 glands in the mouth secrete separate chemicals.
Combine an exhalation, natural napalm.
Good luck.
Now one will protect them.
We have to hang on, work together.
All right, that's where it's fake news. I'm gonna stop there. That's just a trailer. I'm gonna stop there because it gets to be fake news. No, one won't protect them. Nah, Matthew McConaughey ain't gonna come save you. Is that Woody Harrelson? I think that's Woody Harrelson. He ain't gonna come save you neither. Adults, you don't need heroes. You're your own hero. This is where it's fake news. Started off right. The feudal dragon takes over the world because we back it up. We support it. Highly intelligent. Keeps us in the dark. Uses the mainstream media. uses lies, uses our evolved need to consume resources, locks us into these worlds where we need money to survive or we starve and die, which make us apathetic about other people, other family, and begins a family feud where one group that runs the system takes in all the money. Anyway, that was it. That was Reign of Fire. Good movie. I think there are analogies in all of these movies. We have to evolve to elevate. Yes, Sandra, we do. We have to evolve to elevate. We have to evolve out of our need to have more than other people. We have to evolve out of that, the evolutionary schism that we have, that we're gonna die if we don't have more. We have to evolve out of the more. We have to live within our means again. So you do have to evolve to elevate. If we want to build a new world, freedom. Now, I don't believe in New World Order. I don't believe in a New World Police State. That's a bad idea. If we're going to evolve in a New World freedom, you have to have as much love for somebody else's freedom as your own. That's not what they want. They don't want that. They need this feud to continue. You know, I was looking at this morning, I was looking at Kenya. You know, Kenya, over half of the energy they use in Kenya comes from renewable energies. You realize that? Half. It's half the energy from the Democrats or the Republicans, the left or the right. Does it come from renewable energies? No, it doesn't. Why not? Because they actually don't give two damns about what your kids have left. They don't give two damns about your grandkids, right? Because it's not about you, it's about them. They're dragons. They are burning the earth. And I don't blame them. They're just a little more tapped into that evolutionary fear of collecting more and hoarding than anybody else. And this is why you got to change the system, not the people at the top. You know, it's not about eating the rich. It's about changing the world so you're not taking from the least, turning them into increased psychopaths running for your border. Right now, peacefully. But it's not going to stay peaceful, and it shouldn't stay peaceful. You know, but it's this game. It's a game that they play us all over the world. They got that lady in prison. What is her name? Hong, who runs the cell phone company, the big, massive one from China, Huawei, hey, Huawei. They put her in prison because she violated trade sanctions. So now they're going to spend millions of dollars to extradite her and prosecute her and all of this. And your kids, what they got? How they going to do this Christmas? See what I'm saying? It's always a feud because we still back to feudalism. They don't care. What they care about is control. Why would they go after her? Because they're manufacturing cell phones and they're dominating certain markets around the world. And so if the American police state can't do that, and it's not run by America, it's always outside foreign interests that run all of it. They need to know what everybody's talking about. They need to know what everybody's doing. They want their code, their script, their hard-coded police state monitoring software to be on all the phones. Because that's how you own the world. So that's why they're going after Hong, and I think that's her name. They got her. But it has nothing to do with us. Nothing. These are billionaire games. They fight each other, and they get us to pick up their crest. So China gets behind her, and we want to roll out our cell phones to put in the New World Order to control everybody. They're rolling out 5G faster than we are, but we're stepping it up. Why? Because it's all about control, right? If China rolls out 5G faster, their people can't protest. Their people can't turn into a France. So what is America doing? Speeding up 5G. Trump picks up the police state right from Obama. Obama rolling out, making the prisons. The other guy, Bush, made the Patriot Act. Clinton took down the Telecommunications Act, so y'all can't talk. We don't have independent media. And it all feeds together. Now Trump is helping them speed up 5G. Why? Because it's all about controlling the people. Order. If you have order among your slaves, if you control them, they can't get out in the street, they can't flip out because you can zap them with 5G, then hell yeah, you got them. You can use their GDP, those who don't starve to death, those that you don't lock in prison, to compete with the billionaires in another country. And I think it's time that we stop. I think France figured that out. I think they realized that it's a feudal world. And it's going to stay a feudal world as long as we, the dummies, are feuding at the bottom, feuding with each other. Because it's always their game. We get nothing out of it. Let me see. Trap Chinese phones off the market, enslaves. Trap Chinese phones off the market, enslaves. I'm not sure where you're going with that one, Jimmy, but the phones are dangerous. These devices are how they monitor us, how they control us. They show us the things that we need to see. They make us happy, they make us sad. They control us through these phones. They're called smartphones for a reason, because it's a smart way for the billionaires to control the human population. I'll have to be doing some reporting on this. Thank you, Sister Dee. If y'all don't follow Dee, y'all should follow Dee. She absolutely has great live streams also. It's important to, like, I was looking at the news this morning. We can go through the news. But I was thinking about this. We shouldn't be watching the news because it's not news. It's propaganda. And so really what we need to be doing is marinating it. Like, we watch it and you use your critical thought to look at it to see what makes sense and what doesn't. Are they trying to turn you against somebody who's got everything vested in you as well as the other person? New world freedom. Anna loves that. Thank you, Anna. We do. We need new world freedom. We need liberty. We need that. That's when people are happy. When you got happy people, people don't feud. They don't fight. And that's why the kings starve you. That's why the American government, starving America, always has every administration looting the country. And so does China, because that's what the kings and lords always do. We are changing France. Live. Yes, brother Jimmy. And what's happening in France, it needs to spread around the world. It does. You need to scare them. You need to go and place your order on Amazon. Order your yellow vest. And just kind of scare them a little bit. Like, uh-oh, are our natives, our slaves, are they going to stand up and band together? Oh no, we got to come up with something. We got to figure out a way. So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking they saw this coming a while ago. I think that the billionaires aren't stupid. They know the numbers. If you look at, what is it? That document, what is the name of it? The one that they found in the airplane that they say was written by some big banker or CIA, deep state, whatever, of controlling the population in terms of taking in all data points and creating systems that pull in all purchases, all sales, all bank accounts. You know, the idea of getting rid of the invisible hand to manipulate the population. What is that called? I forgot the name of the document. Somebody will post it. But they have all that data and they're controlling the population. So I know that they saw this coming. They saw what was coming in France. They know how the people are doing. They know that the people are only going to take so much and then they're going to push back. That's why I think they talk about Trump every day and all night. I think that's why they talk about their nationalism, right? They need increased ways to get you to fight with people. That's why they're focusing on impeachment. That's why they focus on the things that won't help anything. Because they don't want you standing up. As long as they keep people fighting, they're good. Yellow Jackets have a little sting. Rebecca, I think they have a lot of sting. I think they have a little sting in France, but I think they have massive sting around the world. If the world's population starts uniting and standing up like that, the whole world model will change. This whole feudalism, burning everything into ash to consume it, goes away. And I think they're fearful of that. That's why I say people got to be for the people. Don't ever be for a system. Be for the people. It's the best way to start Monday. And I think the best way to start Monday is with family. The best way to start Mondays is with family also, because we got to be slaves the rest of the week. So we should start Monday with certainly with other people who are looking to find the cracks. We don't all see the cracks. It's too much to see. There's too much craziness around the world. They're burning everything. But people who want to find it, people who want to look at the news and marinate down to the truth of it. It completely is insignificant. Everything Trump says is insignificant. He's following orders like everybody else, or they're going to murder him and put him where they put the Kennedys. You know, and he's going to do what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to join the feudal family, get the Trump name out there, and Same way that all the rest of them did, because that's how it works. And then guess what? If I were Trump, I'd do the same thing. That's why Trump is not news to me. Anytime they mention it, it's useless. Anytime they put Clinton in the news, Obama got something, I don't care. That's not the problem. There isn't any significant problem in the world that starts with Obama said or Trump said. All the real problems are trying to keep y'all dummies from finding out, y'all feuding populations around the world from finding out what's happening in France. And so they tell us it's violent, and maybe it is violent, maybe it's not. I don't care, I'm for the people. If they're standing up there for oppression, then that's where I'm at. Truth in the film, check the Beyond. Okay, thank you, Phyllis. I have to check out the Beyond on YouTube. See the Fabian and Tavistock. Oh, yes, Age of Credilla. You know what? In the Tavistock Institute, if you haven't researched that, y'all need to spend a little more time on the Tavistock Institute. None of this happened on accident. They know exactly what they're doing. The Tavistock Institute, I think Sandra sent that to me originally, but they took the Eddie Bernays propaganda stuff and they took it worldwide. Worldwide. All these systems support the feuding. All these systems support feudalism. And the only thing we can do to fix it is look in the mirror and stop feuding ourselves. 5G is a grill kid. It is. 5G is a kill grid. Yes, Phyllis, it is. That's why I laugh about it. It's like people are like, yeah, we're gonna get faster internet. And it's like, that's not what it's for. If you have electrons in your body, you should have an issue with 5G. They keep stepping up the microelectronic radiation in these towers. And if you actually need electrons, you need like electromagnetism, your body needs it, you're a bee, you're a bug, you're a human being with a brain and any of this stuff, you need to be highly concerned with what they're doing with 5G. Highly concerned. It's not conspiracy theory. You are an electron. You got atoms in your body, you got particles in your body. You should be concerned anytime they're rolling out massive towers that can affect those particles. I'm just saying. You are a particle. You're one big colony of lots of particles that they can control with a 5G tower. That might be something to focus on. Like we were talking about conspiracy theories this weekend. Now, you know me, I'm all over. I love conspiracy because you keep cheering for people who conspire. You keep electing dragons. That's what I was saying. As long as y'all keep posting pictures of war criminals, murderers, and killers who smile, got these sweet smiles. They're in office, they're in Congress and Senate. They got the Democrat pen, the Republican pen. They're murdering a bunch of people with their pens. I'm gonna be a conspiracy theory. You have to be if the majority of people vote for psychopaths to model the new world, hell yeah, you're supposed to be a conspiracy theory. You should see conspiracy everywhere. Why? Because they're not modeling the world. Listen, people who back funneling weapons to warlords to rape women, they're not going to build your world in any way. You shouldn't be having girls. Let me just say that. All right. Let me just say it. If y'all want the Democrats and the Republicans to design the society's order, the new world order, you need to stop having kids and stop having girls. Don't have those. They're not going to fare well in this new world because they don't care. They're all getting their retirement. Trump hasn't been turned into a master trigger. He is, Jenny, because he's good at it. He's phenomenal at making very smart people very emotional. Good, bad, or indifferent. He divides people up and he's being used. I don't think he knows. I don't think he's in the in group, but they're using him. They're using his charisma. They're using his following, and they're using the people who hate him to continue the feud, to continue to burn the earth up so they can have more power. They've been carrying out this operation for millennia, and they are patient and will not easily be deterred. No, they won't. And that's exactly right, Lola Mar. This is not new. None of this is new. This is old. This is old. All of this is old. None of this is new. They can come up with any new kind of names of government. They can call it socialism, communism, capitalism. They can call it anything else. As long as you got cronies running the world, they're going to be burning everything. And it's not new because we always fall for it. 70s and 80s in the 70s and 80s of the French population is with the yellow vest. Imagine that in our country. And yeah, exactly, Lori. And that's the whole point. If the majority of a country stand together, then they actually get to run their country. As long as you got the nations divided up, you can't run anything. Dee Dee's buying a yellow vest. Uh-oh, Dee Dee, don't scare him. Don't scare him. That's important to do. The Tavistock is a hole of knowledge. Yes, it is, Jenny, and it's a deep rabbit hole. Macron met with his officials today and will be giving a public speech at 8 p.m. French time tonight. Yes, Jonathan, I don't care what he says. I ain't even gonna listen, Jonathan. I'm not even gonna listen. I don't give two damns. I don't give two damns what he said. This is how this works with me. I'm gonna go ahead and let my French cousins listen. And if they trust what he says, if they like what he says, if they okay what he says, and they don't get in the street, then I'm good with it. But as long as my French cousin's back in the street again next weekend, I don't give a damn what he says. I don't care what he says, because he can lie to me. I don't know what's happening in France. My cousins do, and they're all united, left and right. And if they agree with what he says and they're good and they just want to go to work on Saturday, next Saturday, I'm good. But if not, then whatever. And when they're happy, then I'm happy, right? Like, this is how this works. You support people based on where they live. If Maryland stands up and Maryland's like, we don't want to be part of the United States no more, I'm with Maryland. They shouldn't be a part of the United States anymore. I'm not interested in order. I'm not interested in your order over them. If they want to leave, they should. If the Houthis stand up in Yemen and they don't want to be a part, North Yemen don't want to be part of South Yemen, because that's what the negotiations down in Switzerland, that's where the direction they're going. If North and South Yemen, North Yemen wants to be with Saudi, then they can be with Saudi. South Yemen don't want to be there, I'm good with that. That's what I'm saying, get behind people. If Texas don't want to be part of America, then they shouldn't be. If Catalonia doesn't want to be a part of it, then they shouldn't be. Stand with people. Don't stand with ignorance. Never stand with systems. Stand with people. The earth is not burning. The earth is burnt. They colonized the whole damn thing, deleted everybody's history and everybody's past, deleted all knowledge of the past. Where the hell is my Stargate at? Hold on. And I'm waiting on the Stargate. I need the Stargate. Where's the Stargate? There you go. And the ancients all over this planet. And said that the gods went through the Stargate, they got the hell out of here, and they came back. They might come back. I'm waiting for them to come back now. They come back, I'm ready to go, because this world, this about to this about to blow up. But I think it'll blow up in a good way if people stand together. If people stand up and fight each other, it's gonna go real bad. Let me see. Is being able to download a 4K movie at 60 seconds worth all the health implications of 5G? Hell no, Ty, that's because you read. Ty, you read too much. Stop reading. Kind of hard to control people who read. Don't read so much, Ty. You believe in science and things that make sense, and that you actually have microbiology in your brain that needs electromagnetivity to function. I just want to watch my Netflix, right? And that's the problem. That's the problem. Entertainment is delicious. Entertainment's too good. The movies are great and fantastic, but that's how they control people. They make you apathetic because they give you something good and sugary. You want that treat. They make your war criminal look nice and sweet and say good things. They say things like the minimum wage and we love kids and we support this and we're gonna bring back the republic. And I'm just like, y'all know they're not bringing the republic, but like, you've been saying that for a minute now. It's not new. Like we were saying earlier, that's not new. They've been promising that for a long time. And all I see is them just writing more laws, more legislation, more order. Fighting the New World Order, but they got 500,000 laws on the books. Writing more every day, rolling out. How many new laws get rolled out? Hundreds of new order laws get rolled out. Remember, law is the opposite of freedom. That's why I don't believe in this legislator thing. I don't believe in this representative government thing. I think you can represent yourself. You don't need somebody to stand in for you and answer for you. I think you could. That's why I like direct democracy. I think that might be a way to fix things. But yeah, I don't believe in order. And that's what law is. That's why they call it law and order. I don't believe in a policed planet. I think people should be free. I think when they're free, they're happy. And when they're free, the planet goes the way it's supposed to. And everybody has a purpose. But when you tell people how to live, where to live, why to live, when life isn't a human right, life isn't a right to be born on this planet, then we got a problem. Conspiracy realist. I like that, Lori. We are conspiracy realists. When the ruling class stops conspiring, I will stop proposing theories. I promise. Go ahead, Rebecca. You promise. I ain't gonna promise. I ain't gonna promise. I like fun. I like fun. Conspiracies are fun, but as long as people are like posting pictures of these war criminals, and they're cheering them like it's a good idea to keep putting people who don't give two damns, full of apathy, lying all the time. Just because you believe their lies doesn't mean I believe their lies. I like to look at history. And if your political party is lying, your politicians are lying, and they're already complicit with all this stuff, we need some conspiracy. We need people who are breaking this down and saying, damn it, that's not what happened in the past. And it's too much. It's too much. That's why you got to be a family and you got to be a hive to look through all the details of it, because it's just too much craziness. There's no way one person can keep captive on all the lies that come out of the Democrat Party, all the lies that come out of the Republican Party, knowing that they all meet up in the same groups. They all work for the same corporations. Yellow vests, closed Roman train and trains in strike. Well, you know, the trains are in strike, Jimmy. It's the ambulances, some of the police also. Brussels under yellow closure. Ooh, that's a good thing to hear. They're standing up. Standing Rock inspired standing up all over the world. Yes, Lori. And this is why all of this is related. All this standing up, all the people standing up, it's all related. And it's going to barrel out of control. And that's why I think they're racing 5G. And I think that's why they're racing. But you know what? Seeing the things that I've seen, I guarantee you that they've got warehouses of robots ready to respond. I guarantee there's a corporation out there that will come into the rescue. And maybe that's what we need. You know, maybe we need them to release homeless controlling robots on the streets of LA. Maybe we need them to, they got the, they're starting to put out the armored vehicles in France now. They were touring and they were showing, because they got all this stuff in these warehouses and showrooms, and they're just waiting for us to act up. So they're going to start putting the armored vehicles out on the street in France on Saturdays. We'll see how that goes. Just don't believe what you see. Stand with your people. Don't stand with what the news, because the news is only going to show you what they want to show you in your country, which is to keep you in order, because they need you in order. Standing Rock ground zero. Show U.S. military will unleash its forces on anyone who goes against it. And this is true, Dee. This is true, because starving people will always join the military. Right? As long as you got a starving population, there'll always be someone who will pick up a gun so their family doesn't starve. So I don't blame the U.S. military for that. I think we just have to understand that if we can't feed them, they will feed their families by fighting us. The military is us. The police are us, right? The order followers are us, and they will follow those orders if they don't have a plan B. And that's why I believe in planting seeds, growing food, people being strong. Food, water, land, all the things that logistically don't allow a military to fight people. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where the Patriots are at. The Patriots, they keep saying, I'm a patriot of the United States. Oh yeah, you don't have a problem with what they've been up to. You don't have a problem with the USS Liberty. Half the time, you know what it is. What's the USS Liberty? That was the time where, you know, because history is so important. It's so important. And that's why I appreciate who sent me the JFK Jr. documentary. Who sent me? Christine sent me that. Because when you look at it, it's hard to process that the U.S. Air Force, you mean to tell me that they refused to look for JFK Jr. for multiple hours after his plane went down where he's from? The U.S. Air Force wouldn't do that. They love us, right? As an institution, as a whole, right? You know, the U.S. Air Force wouldn't do. Hell no, they wouldn't do that. Those are our brothers. They got our back. But can one person in the U.S. Air Force, can one person who, I don't know, let's say we had an NSA in our country, and let's say they knew every damn thing, and they knew that this one person, this one key general in this one right spot, been cheating on his taxes for 20 years, and they can put him in prison for the rest of his life and take his house and his car so his wife and kids don't have a place to live. Do you think a nation that has that amount of data can find one person in one key spot in the FAA or the U.S. Air Force to send the search parties in the wrong direction because they don't like the Kennedy family or JFK Jr.? Of course they could. Of course they could. Is JFK Jr. alive? I don't know. You know, but I think it's just like being real. Like the USS Liberty. You're a patriot. You need to know about the USS Liberty. Why? Because your military's been bought. You have a lot of traitors in your military. You have a lot of traitors in your CIA. You got a lot of traitors in your NSA. Washington is full of traitors. I don't think you can throw a rock in Washington anymore without hitting a traitor. I don't know where the patriots are at. I have no idea. The patriots are supposed to be for the people, not for the system. The patriots are not supposed to be for a flag. They're supposed to be for the country, the people that live there. So I don't know where the patriots are at. It's kind of scary though. It's a little scary. A little scary. But being strong and being able to support order followers, give them an option B. If all they got is option A, then that's what they're going to go for. It wasn't the U.S. military at Standing Rock. Ultimately, they were replaced by mercenary security hired by oil companies. This is an important point. First, they tried to use the National Guard. But that wasn't breaking up the protests, so they hired security guards with dogs. Exactly. Who said that? Sister Joan, thank you. Important aspect. Important aspect. Why? Because even the order followers have limits. Even the order followers, to a degree, they sign papers saying that I'm going to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. I'm going to support the Bill of Rights. They live in the right places. But when you can get these military contractors, some of them that don't have family, some of them not even born in the United States, some that just don't give two damns, those that are maybe more MK Ultra'd or more pushed harder through boot camp where they'll actually respond and act like a psychopath. Yeah, the military will only be there for a minute, and they see too much, they'll get them out. And they get, what's it called, Blackwater Joan or whatever they're called, and enough of them get tired and they start seeing enough blood and they're tired of shooting children and whatever that they're doing, then they'll replace them. They'll keep swapping them out. And if you, at a certain point in time, they're going to bring out the robots, right? Because the robots that they just follow, they completely follow orders. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is why we need the order followers, because they're human. The robots, they're the real order followers. They will follow every damn orders and won't give two damns. A robot will just murder children and have 8 inches of blood and guts and entrails and just dripping all over his body. It won't give a damn. It's going to keep following that order. And that order is going to come from these psychopathic oil companies and industries. But that's what I'm saying. We can't keep money. It does not go well if we continue to let them burn the world, because we keep feuding with our neighbor. Doesn't go well at all. All right, let me see. How we doing on time? Gerard, I say you're 100% correct and about those warehouses. Phyllis, yeah, because Phyllis, they're always 8 steps ahead of us. They're always 8 steps ahead of us. You know, while the right's fighting the left is fighting the right, and the people who run all of it are just making killer robots, just in case we want to stand up. Go watch Graham Elwood's video on robots being we're responsible for the death of over 20 workers where they're being manufactured. Oh, I have to take a look at that. Thank you, Miss T. I'll take a peek at, what's that called? Graham Elwood's video on robots. Everybody go take a look at it. Everybody go watch it. It's important that everybody watches it. Thank you, Miss T. Because when you watch this stuff, some of this stuff they delete. It's like the Amazon. Did y'all hear about the Amazon robots? They didn't flipped out. The Amazon robot flipped out at the Amazon factory. Did y'all hear about that? All right, I'm gonna tell you a quick little story. I was talking to the Fox News truck. I won't say why, but I was talking to him, and he got a call at the Amazon factory. There was an evacuation, and he took off. And I guess 2 or 3 days, I didn't know what happened, and I think Sister Pat posted it. So one of the robots, I guess it malfunctioned or flipped out or whatever. They won't tell us the real story, and it sprayed bear spray. I don't know if it sprayed it at the humans, but it sprayed bear spray all in the factory. And it, like, you know, every now and then I think we get these little hints, like just little hints, like, all right, yeah, it was a malfunction. The robot, it didn't have anything against human beings. It just decided to spray bear spray on accident. I'm like, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Why? No, it didn't. And like, don't be a conspiracy theory. The robot wasn't trying to spray the humans. It's important that you process what the Terminator actually is. It's important that you process AI and the fact that that particular one might have been a malfunction. But one day, You know, but I laugh too, because I'm like, and I understand how this works. Like from a software engineering perspective, it's like, okay, wait a minute. Is that a bear spray? Is that a robot that like, I wonder, what was this robot? Was this a robot that some company was manufacturing because of Standing Rock getting ready to go ahead and spray some humans with bear spray, and it just flipped out? It thought it was at Standing Rock for a minute, and the Amazon factory started to, oh my God, humans! Shit, it started spraying. It could have been. I don't know. It seemed kind of creepy to me. But, you know, I'm just like, like, why is the robot spraying human? They had to evacuate the whole factory? The whole factory? The whole factory. Like, if it happened in a room, it happened in a box, it happened in one section of the warehouse, and bear spray ain't that powerful. Now I'm sitting thinking, I got Black Mirror episodes in my head like it's a robot, just that Terminator's walking around Amazon, spraying every damn human that can. It's Standing Rock. We gonna spray y'all. We in France. I don't know. I'm not gonna start that conspiracy theory. I'm just gonna say, making robots to kill people is a bad idea. Making the killer solutions is a bad idea, which is what they're doing. Robots turning on people. Again, always support people, don't support systems. Working for the companies that are actually doing this is a really bad idea. If you're people, always back people. If you're a system, back systems. If you're a robot, back to robots, because that's exactly what they're gonna do. If you're a corporation, back corporations. If you're a government, back governments. If you are a feudal lord and feudal kings, and then that's what you back at the tops of the parties. If you're a Democrat, if you're a DNC, you will back the GOP. If you're GOP, you will back the DNC. That's how that works. And we only do well as a species if we say to ourselves, if we are a people, we will back a people. That's the only way that we get to make it, because they all got each other's backs, and damn it, the robots are spraying bear spray. I'm sorry, it's kind of funny. It ain't, did anybody get hurt? Nobody died. You just be lucky it's bear spray, not human spray. You go ahead and be lucky. Be lucky it's bear spray and not glyphosate that's coming out the sky. You know, is glyphosate and snowflakes? That's what I was thinking about the other day. If it's raining glyphosate because everybody's stupid and divided, feuding, and we got massive corporations infecting the whole planet with carcinogen called glyphosate Roundup, and it's raining glyphosate, it's probably gonna snow glyphosate, ain't it? Think about that. Go outside, get all happy, open your mouth. Oh, it's snowing! I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. It'd be nice and fluffy. At least it'd be antibacterial, right? Because glyphosate, that was when the first one on the market. That's what it was being manufactured for, was as an antibacterial. So you don't have to, at Christmas time, you don't need antibacterial wipes. You just take up the snow in America and kind of wipe your hands on it. All you moms and dads with your little antibacterial stuff. I don't believe in that stuff. As kids, we used to eat mud, so I don't know nothing about antibacterial. I don't have it in my house. I don't have it nowhere around me. I don't care nothing about it. It's gonna be raining glyphosate. And I think that's the sign of the times, yo. Where are my Christians at? That's the sign of the times. That's Christian. Where's Brother Jimmy at with his boot? Hold on, I can get the boot back. I like the boot. The boot is so important. It's the end. It's the sign of the time. This is what they were trying to tell you in the end. It's a sign of the times. The sign of the times was glyphosate. Like, you thought it was like one of the seals was it was a white horse, and he was riding a white horse, the 7 seals at the end of the time. Nope, that wasn't it. The sign at the end of the times was glyphosate coming out the sky. How about that? How about carcinogens? Pretty crystalline carcinogens filling up our ecosystems. We all gonna die. Better think about how you want to live. You want to think, you want to live feuding with your neighbors, or you want to build a new world? You want glyphosate raining down on you, or you want rain raining down on you? You only got 2 choices. It's no in between. You don't get to join a dragon. You either at the place where you're not feuding with your family, or we're just going to continue to let feudalism run the world. The only choices we got. We either share or we die. That's it. My mucus, what you about to say, Dee Dee? My mucus, if I blow my nose, the mucus is sparkly, like, oh my goodness, and it's glittery. Ooh, Dee Dee, I don't know what's going on, but mucus is important. Mucus is good. You don't not supposed to swallow it. When you got mucus in your nose, it traps the glyphosate in the hairs and the mucus, and you get it out. You get it out. You hock a loogie. You breathe in the toxic air that the dragons are destroying the planet with. You breathe it in, you hock a loogie, spit it out. It's important. It's your immune system. Inflammation matters. Keeping poisons out of your body, and that matters. Yeah, Yellow Jackets is a card in the Illuminati game card. Yeah, well, you know what, Angel Credilla, I think they always co-opt all movements. That's why I'm always with the people. I don't know how they'll co-opt it. I don't know what they'll do. I don't know how they'll change their message, but as long as the people are standing up, I'm always with the people. When the people are happy, I'm happy. When my cousins aren't happy, that's when I got a problem. I'll never stand with a system. I'll always stand with human life. You know, maybe we can play system when they're not murdering us. Maybe we can play system when they're not depopulating. Maybe we can play system when they're not burning a planet and destroying ecosystems. When they're doing all of that and people are dying, we can't play system sides no more, y'all. We can't play system. We got to go back to being people. You really need to talk to Dee Dee. She was a grunt on the lines of Standing Rock. Yeah, Tina, I watch a few of Dee Dee's videos. We talk here and there. Dee Dee will have to come on the show if she wants to. It's not really a show. It's more of a conversation. Try and be positive. Booper is someone's life every day. Yes, yeah, Gown, isn't it? Every day. Somebody booping. It's a boop every day. This message is sponsored to you by Jimmy T. Every day, somebody booping. Like, oh, you coming to the border? Boop. Oh, we're colonizing your country. Boop. Oh, you want some food? Boop. And the upper class to the middle class. Oh, you guys are falling out of order. Boop. The middle class to the poor. Oh, boop. All these kids being locked up in the war on drugs. Oh, boop. We're better than this. What I mean by this is I mean all of it. Everything, the whole damn planet. We're better than this. At the default, our condition is love. All you got to do is show it. If you believe in it, then actually be about it. Don't just talk about it. Since Gerard, I got to get out of here. Let me see. We got a last comment. Oh, we're going to land on Brother Gown. Hashtag no fake booping. Don't get behind fakers, y'all. Don't be fake. Be real. Be real. All right. I got to get out of here. I love y'all. Betty Boop. Betty Boop. Listen, I got to go. Get Christian Boop. Muslim Boop. All right. I got to go. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all to death. This is Gerard. I'm gone.